Hello and welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday, happy summer solstice. So yes, today is the summer solstice. Come on in and I'll tell you what that kind of means. At least there's a couple of different meanings out there. One is a very practical farmer's almanac kind of meaning, and the other one has to do with our spiritual development and growth. And of course, that's the one that I'm more interested in. So, as you settle in, grab your favorite beverage on this longest day of the year, or the brightest day of the year, the day that the sun is out the longest, as opposed to the winter solstice, which is the shortest day of the year. So the sun is making a longer trip than usual. So it's elongating the day. And that really does speak to the beginning of summer, entering Cancer, the season of Cancer, and planting those seeds. So, with the farmers and whatnot on the practical end of things, this is the longest day of the year. It's time to plant your seeds. It's time to get your gardens going. Well, we can apply that to our lives as well, to the spiritual side of things. So if we look at our thoughts and we look at the things that we want to manifest or develop in our lives, we can look at that as our fertile soil and planting the seeds in our fertile soil, and making sure that our soil is ready, that it is nourished, that it is healthy and strong, right? So that it can yield the crops that we are wanting to create and to manifest into our lives. And then also, speaking of the season of Cancer, Cancer is really, you think of the crab, you think of the Cancer, you think of burying yourself in the sand, going inside, going internal, making those choices, planting those seeds. So the big vision that I have for the summer solstice for me is a garden and planting seeds and going in, going deeper, making sure that everything is correct. Before we create a garden, we plot it out, we plan it, we think about it, we process. And so it's the same with our lives, right? So have fun with that. So this is a new season. It's a new time for us to plant those new seeds, to dream those big dreams, and to know that, like the sun card in the tarot deck, that we are unlimited beings and we can be, do, and have whatever it is that we're wanting. And with the right circumstances, with the right thought processes, with the right environments, there's a few things that we have to put into place, just like when we're putting a garden together, to ensure that our harvest is a good one. So have fun creating that today and entering into this new season. It's a good one. And stay cool while that sun is shining brightly, at least here in the Western Hemisphere. So hey, Rosie. Hey, Goddess. Hey, guys. This is cool. So welcome again to my living room. Yay. So we have Kavita, we have Rosie, we have Tejwa Sweeney. Tejwa Sweeney. Beautiful. Okay. Hey. Hope you're doing good. Sending a lot of blessings and love to you. Thank you. I received that. I love it. This is awesome, guys. Thanks for being here and spending your precious time with me. I really, really do appreciate it. I appreciate you. So as usual, I gather questions and requests for tarot readings or oracle card readings beforehand, so that A, I'm not empty-handed, and B, so I don't have to go through that scroll. So I want to start with that. Hope you don't mind, and answer those questions first. So I have Janet, who asks, she requests, please pull a card for me today. I'm looking for some guidance. So let's go ahead and first of all, let's do a collective virtual hug for Janet and just send her a ton of love. She just recently lost her mom. And so I know that this time for her is probably rough. And she is also, one of her friends is in the hospital. So things are questionable and a little shaky in Jan's life. So let's send her tons and tons of love and healing and comfort during this time for her. And then, of course, let's see what Spirit has to say to her through the tarot. All right. So, Jan, for you, I get the Star card. So the Star is one of my favorites, close to the sun. So it's like the nighttime version of the Sun card, right? And this really talks about the space being created for you to shine, like it's your turn. And so I'm sure once the dust settles, once things start to calm down in your daily life, it's just time for you to do you and to come out and to live large and to know that you are guided, you are directed, and you're fully equipped to live large. So this is time for you to come out and play. Of course, we're going to honor the mourning process, all of those things. And knowing that you're not done and there's a lot of living here for you to be had. So get ready to shine, get ready to play, get ready to adventure. You are guided, guarded, directed, and protected with that. I hope that helps. All right. And part of that guidance system, if you look at the stars all around, are your ancestors, your family members, people who passed over, your spirit guides, knowing that you're not alone. There's a lot of energy around you, supporting you, I would say, in the physical world, of course, and in the material or the non-physical world, in the spiritual world. So just know that. And when you feel those tingles up the back of your spine and you feel those goosebumps, know that they're there for a reason. All of us are way more perceptive to spirit than we think. And our bodies are always giving us signals. So tune in, Jan, to those signals, those things that you might hear, your body sensations, the things you might see out of the corner of your eye, knowing that you are surrounded by spirit guides and by, of course, this collective love here. And of course, my love to you, my friend. All right. So take good care of yourself and take this time to rest before it's time to play. But play is calling you. All righty. Let's go and pull question number 2. And then I will get to you guys in the chat. Okay, so again, thanks for being here and typing in your questions. So Vivi asks, what is holding me back? What are my limiting thoughts? So that's a really good question. So there's clearly something there that's holding her back, and she knows that she's taking responsibility for this hesitation that's happening in her life by saying, what are my limiting thoughts? So clearly, sometimes there's external situations that are going on that we have no control over, but I would say 90% of the time we do have control over it. And that is by clearing up our thinking and doing an inventory and checking ourselves. So Vivi asks, what are those thoughts? What do I need to look at? What is in my way? And sometimes when we're in that, it's hard for us to recognize those things ourselves. And it's a lot easier for an objective person like me to sense it, to see it, to feel it, to ask. And I'm already getting a little bit of download, and I will share that. Okay. But I want to see what the cards say too. All right. So Vivi, what are your limiting thoughts that are holding you back? Okay. So I get the 9 of Pentacles with you. So I get a couple of different things here. So the download that I get is that I'm wondering if you are patient, for one, like, if you're really taking inventory of the things that you are accomplishing and noticing them, or if you're already pushed into the future and waiting for the next kind of thing. So with this level of this, the missing piece for me would be like this missing satisfaction, like reveling in the journey and being in the journey and feeling those accomplishments, basking in those accomplishments. But the irony is, and I'll get to this card in a second, is that when people are in this high evolutionary kind of transition, they're always evolving, always creating, always, going to the next level, next level. It's really difficult for a lot of people to enjoy the process or to stay in it long enough to feel it, because they already feel the pull. I always call that the pulling of my hair. My hair is being pulled by the stars again, from Anais Nin. And it keeps us from the present moment, and it catapults us into the future and into our unfolding and into our potential. And so there's this potential that's always calling us. And it's really kind of difficult to be satisfied and settle in the success that we have just experienced, because to us it's like, and to Vivi it's like, well, that's over, next. So we're always wanting to lean into the future and going that way. So that's my 2 cents. According to the cards, I could stretch that and make that mean exactly what I just said. But let me just describe what the card illustrates. And this is a woman who is designing her life. This is a woman who is in nature, loving nature. And I know Vivi loves nature. And just in this creative place where she's always prosperous, always designing, creating, and living life on her own terms. And the funny thing, or the thing that, the one symbol in this card that super resonates with what I just said, is the snail going across the grass. The snail says slow and steady wins the race. The snail can't propel itself any faster. That's the natural speed of the snail. And so for us to get into a place of acceptance and knowing that this is the rate at which we can progress, even though we want it to be faster, we want it to be more, we want it to be bigger, coming into a place of acceptance, like the happy little snail here, knowing that it's all good. We're getting our needs met at every moment. We are being guided, we are being fed, we are being directed. We have our intuition, we have our spirit guides, we have everything working in our favor to get us to the next place. And yeah, we want to hurry up and get there, but there's a lesson here with the snail. So I can see you being this, Vivi, but remember, look down at the little snail and go with those processes more, and know that you're exactly where you need to be, with the exact right timing and the exact right actions, knowing that they will always spark. You will intuitively be drawn right at the right time. So in the meantime, when we have those quiet moments, be like the snail. Go slow, go adventure, go eat, check out, just be with nature and enjoy the process. So I hope that helps. All right, and we have, and the fun thing about these readings, guys, is that even if I don't get to your question, and even if I don't answer your specific question, there's always messages here for many people simultaneously. And so that's the beauty of doing these readings. I know that even if you're not thinking that the message might be for you, just being here, you chose to be here, you were drawn here, there's something here for you. And so I would say, keep open and like slightly gently listen and be with the messages. Because I know, just like if you when you're watching something on TV, or maybe you're in a sermon or some sort of service, it just feels like, wow, that person was talking directly at me, even though I didn't ask anything. Okay, so Cheryl asks, looks like there was a reorganization at her work. How will the recent reorganization at work affect me? And then part 2 of this, because they're pretty closely related, are there opportunities for growth? Let us see. Okay, Cheryl. Let's take a look at work and reorganization. And when I'm spacing out, guys, I'm just looking around and collecting information and data and images that just naturally occur to me. Okay, so I'm looking at this reorganization. And the feeling that I get before I pull a card is like, okay, so let me just describe how it feels. It feels like, when you spring clean, when you clean house, there's a breath of fresh air. There's more space. There's more room. And so this reorganization just feels good, like it needed to happen, and that it is opening up. It's just opening up the environment, like, it's clean. I can walk around more freely. And that could be metaphorically, I can just navigate with more grace and ease. And it feels like I can actually even open up my chest and my heart more, and know that I'm like safe, I'm cool, it's all good. So that's the download that I get. Let's see what the cards say. Okay. And then again, with that expansion, it feels like I already answered part 2 of that question. Okay, so the cards say the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands talks about you having everything you need, but there's this little habit that you have. It's like, okay, you grow stuff and everything's going really well, and you're getting all your desires met, you're getting your needs met. You're a really good manifester, but then because of some stuff, maybe some trauma in the past or loss in the past, you're like waiting for the other shoe to drop. And so I call this the wounded warrior. It's like, how to do your stuff, how to survive, how to thrive, how to be integral in the workplace and be of service. However, a little bit of change makes one nervous. You're not alone in that, right? So I'm here to let you know that the nervousness is not required. Go ahead and let that go. It feels better than before. So allow yourself to move into that place of better and look around and notice that, change, especially in work, most definitely it creates a little anxiety in a lot of people. But in this case, it feels good, Cheryl. So go ahead and breathe into that. And as you're breathing into that and experiencing the expansion that I can see and that I can feel in your workplace, it is creating more room for opportunities. And it feels like they had to do this to create more room for opportunities. And what I'm really sensing too is creating opportunities for more women and more diversity. So I would say that this creation and this expansion is a gift, and it's happening for you. We're changing the guards, and so your workplace is changing the guards as well to keep up with the times, to keep up with the demands, and to create that space and to keep people happy. And keep people in a place where they can grow and evolve, because the world, is just changing so much, and a lot of people are leaving work by the droves and, working from home and being freelancers and doing all kinds of other creative things. So there is an extra level of, what's the word? Care that needs to be taken in the workplace from the admins, from the people who are creating the jobs. It's not like the olden days where, they could just take their workers for granted. No, we're getting more vocal about our needs, our wants, our desires. So I like this reorganization for you. And so, yes, you're going to be cautious because that's your nature. I can see that about you, and that's awesome. That's great. Keeps you safe. But breathe and rest assured that there is room being made for you. And so I would say, as your homework process, to envision how you see yourself growing in this organization. What would you like for yourself next? Because guess what? We're creating space for it now. Didn't exist before, but it exists now. So get creative and start imagining and envisioning what that looks like for you so that you can manifest it and bring it in and relieve yourself of that anxiety about the changes. Okay, Cheryl, I hope that helps you. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and switch gears and get to the chat. All right, guys, thanks for being patient and waiting. Appreciate it. Okay, let's pop these little guys on. Kavita says, hi there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. I would like to know if I will find another job anytime soon. I lost my job. Yes, Kavita, I will look into the cards. I already have a lot to say about that, but I want to pull a card first because I know I talk a lot. Okay. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay, so Kavita, the Nine of Swords came up for you. And those are those thoughts that keep you from your bigger aspirations. So the swords just represent thoughts. And thoughts can be changed, right? But our thoughts are super powerful in keeping us where we are. And so I can see you having anxiety and worry, which is absolutely normal and natural. You are a human being after all, right? So I bless you with peace on that. And then as when the timing is correct for you, shift and redirect that energy into the higher place, into what would I like to see instead? What would I like to experience? So that way you can manifest a job and bring it to you quicker. Because when we're in this place, we're blocking the job, right? And so this is the dance of being a human, and it is a fun one. I'm never going to be in denial about this and say, stop having negative thoughts. That's impossible. But we do have tools and techniques to help us shift those thoughts into softer thoughts, into more gentle and expansive thoughts, so that we can manifest better. Those practices, you know what I'm going to say. Meditation is the big one. And just being gentle and allowing yourself to go through the process. Like, I can hear you ruminating about the past. And I would like to invite you to stop doing that, because there's a lot of stuff that happened in the past that you can't validate. Like, why did I lose my job? Why? It doesn't really matter. It's over. And we can go ahead and get ourselves into the present and say, it is what it is. I see that. I recognize it. I'm with that. And now I'm going to mourn my loss or celebrate my loss, whatever the case may be. A lot of times it's celebration that we just don't know yet. And get into the place of next and getting audacious and bold about, thank you for releasing me from this. I know that there's something better for me. And now I'm going to move into that. Okay, so clear this up, help this out. Never going to be perfect, not abdicating that, but we can improve it so that you can get on to the next thing. So let's look into the job so that I can help you, hopefully with the next process, so that you have something to look forward to, right? Because that helps. All right. This is a much better card to end on for you. So this is the Fool. The Fool is all about, like, just what I said. It's like, whoop, next, being carefree And knowing that with the summer solstice, that sun is shining down on you, your solar plexus, your power energy center is getting activated by the summer solstice, activated by your newfound freedom. And now you have unlimited potential and possibilities. So what do you want? That's the fun part of this. You're free. You can decide what it is that you want. And as far as a job goes, let me just look into my little, I call it my magic mirror. I don't know why. It's not a mirror. And just look around and see. So I'm seeing you in this iteration, like, yeah, you will have a job because that's what you want. But you're going to get picky and choosy about which one you are, or which jobs that you are going to apply for, which jobs align with you better. So no more playing it small, no more picking the jobs just for the money. Of course, that's why we all work, but there's a bigger reason to work. And that is, voting with your time, voting with your presence on the things that you want to serve, the people you want to serve, how you want to show up in the world. So yeah, it's on its way. I feel I keep on hearing like 3 weeks. So get picky. That's my advice to you. Get picky, get super selective on what you want to be doing next and the people that you want to hang out with and the environment that suits you. So yes, you need a job and they need you. So look at it as a more equal distribution of power and not that you are needy. Get that out of your mind, get that out of your vocab, and know that you are being set up for the perfect opportunity for yourself. And that things have to shift and things have to move in order for the space to be made, just like in Cheryl's situation, for everything to be ready for you when you step in, okay? All right, so be patient, be picky, and manifest well. Dream big. All righty. So Rosie, you got any questions for me? Hey, Goddess. I love how you call me Goddess. Right back at you. And then Tasia Sweeney. Sorry, my glasses. All those straight up and down lines are connecting to each other. Can I get a read? Yes, you can. Okay, and then we ask a very specific question. Let's see. I want to ask if I got my 2 exams, part of one. Like one is basic and the other kind of advanced. First exam is around corner. Will I get a good rank in both? Okay, let me pull 2 cards and see the 2 exams. So the first card is going to be the first exam in your question, okay? So basic and advanced. That's how we'll go ahead and separate these. So let's pull some cards. I feel like, yes, you're going to do really well. Okay, I feel like you're actually going to do better in the advanced one than the basic one. Okay, let's pull basic exam. This is most definitely success, charge, woo, go, a lot of energy there. Okay, so this is definitely a yes card. So the Knight of Swords, giddy up, there we go. And so then let's look at the kind of advanced exam. Kind of advanced. Well, look who got the summer solstice card today. If that isn't a positive card, I don't know what is. So there's your yes. You got 2 yeses, giddy up and go, charge, yay. Everything is moving in the direction that you have set forth for yourself. You guys are much more magical and powerful than you think. You created that momentum. You created that energy. Keep going with it. Alrighty. Alexandra, hello, hello. She says, I was looking forward to Tuesday. Well, me too, Alexandra. Ask me your question or just let me know if you would like a card pull. And then Rosie says, whatever spirit wants to share with me, please. Seeking guidance. Absolutely, Rosie. I think sometimes those are the best place to be when asking a question from spirits. Like, what do you need to know? So we get out of our agenda and then we're just open and receptive to what needs to come through for us, right? And we're not blocking it with what we hope to hear or our agenda and things like that. And we all do that. It's no big deal. I do it all the time. Because, we all want what we want. We want to be validated with that. What's wrong with that? Okay, so I was going to pull that one, but now I don't want to because I'm not focused. Rosie, okay, focus on Rosie. Start over. Rosie, 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 Rosie. What does Spirit want to tell you? Nice. Major Arcana card, the Empress. So Rosie, this card really speaks to abundance. It speaks to creativity. It speaks to that female creative energy, creating life on your terms. It could also indicate pregnancy, but I'm not feeling that for you, but I'm feeling the more pregnant with ideas and different energies. And I'm feeling like hostess with you. Like, are you wanting to throw a party? What's going on? And then the Empress, or the Empress is a follower of nature. So she's going to be all down with the summer solstice and nature rituals, things like that. So I would say this is about you just tapping into your energy and your creative energy and getting outside and being outside and knowing that you're so inspired by nature and being out there. You specifically. Okay, so get out there and play and let the things that are germinating, the seeds that you have planted, let them continue to grow. This is a gestation period. It's a time to let those ideas come through and to not squash them, not jig them up, not judge them, not do anything with them, but let them grow. It's fun. Okay, so be the gardener. Okay, Rosie. Hope that was the guidance that speaks to you. Alexandra, ask, may I please have one card reading for my husband for this week? Absolutely, 100%. I'm all schwitzy. It's warm and humid in here. Okay, Alexandra's husband. Let's see what's going on with Alexandra's husband. Alexandra's husband. Alexandra's husband is working on a new project, maybe starting a new business or figuring out a new income source. Something's going on with him where he's at the beginning stages of it. And the coins or the pentacles, to me, to the tarot, they represent money or health, but with him, I feel like it represents money. So I feel like he's coming up with something new that's going to be manifesting or attracting income into your world. And so he's out of the thought sphere, he's out of the idea sphere, and now he's in the beginning stages of the action steps. So this is all kind of new and exciting. And you see all the yellow in there? A lot of yellow today, folks. Summer solstice, right? That has everything to do with sparking that solar plexus energy and really coming from that internal drive, that personal power, that confidence that is awakened by this idea that he's doing. So if he's anything like me, just be supportive with him and feed him on occasion, because he's probably like busy in his own little world thinking of the next steps. Okay. All right. So I hope that was helpful and that you resonate with it. Okay, let's go ahead and see who else is in the room. Okay, Alexander got that. Okay, good stuff, guys. Olivia, absolutely true, she says, listening for any messages. Yay, good. And then I have Sue. Can I have a reading, please? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Sue, let's see what Spirit has to say to you today on this summer solstice. Sue. Yay. And we have people from Facebook and we have people from YouTube. It's really cool to see all the people from around the world here and how technology brings us together in this community. I'm always amazed and so grateful for that. It's so cool. Sue. What does Spirit have to say? You. Sue. Okay. More yellow, folks. So we have more yellow, more solar plexus energy. And solar plexus energy, guys, is your personal power. Think of that yellow energy coming right from the center of your body, basically. This is your identity. This is where your ego lives, and your ego is not a bad guy. Sometimes he can be a bad guy, but most of the time, your ego is there to keep you in your lane, to help you identify with your own values and who you are and who you represent, so that we stand for ourselves, or else we'll fall for everything, right? So no chucking the ego under the bus unless it needs to take a nap. But in this case, for you, Sue, this all feels like maybe it's a time to ramp up your solar plexus energy and to use your voice, use your throat chakra to speak your truth and to ask for what you want. So this is about strength, and this is about, curbing your appetites, and really, I feel for you, stepping into your personal power and being like the lion and knowing that the right words will come for you. So, a quick preparation before asking for what you need is always helpful. So that way we don't, insert foot in mouth, and we can be clear in our communication. So here you are. It's time for you to be strong. And I feel to stand up for yourself and to ask for what it is that you are wanting and what you are needing. Okay. So you can dig into that extra strength, that feminine energy of strength. It's not brute force. It's an internal strength that is soft at the same time. It reminds me of what Wayne Dyer used to talk about with the palm trees, and he would compare palm trees and oak trees, and how in a storm, say a hurricane, an oak tree will just snap in half because it is so rigid, strong and rigid, but it can't withhold a lot of the external forces. And then the palm tree, on the other hand, it doesn't look as strong as the oak tree, but it is so flexible. It is so flexible that in a storm, it'll go all the way down to its side. And then when the storm is over, it'll just pop right back up. So this message is for you to be like the palm tree and be strong, and know that whatever it is that is challenging you right now, it will pass, and it's here to fortify you. It's here to fortify you so that you don't have to experience it at this level anymore. Okay. So I hope that resonates. Hope that helps. And then Gina asks for a reading, of course. And then Rosie, I'm going to answer that very specific question there for you. May I have a reading, please? Yes, Gina, you can have a reading. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Gina. We got justice for Gina. It's a good day, right? So whatever feels unjust and unfair is coming into play. So this is the law of karma, the law of balance, that it may have felt like maybe not in this lifetime is the energy that I'm getting, but it's working itself out. So even though, because Gina, I can feel this energy about you that is peaceful, right? And meek. And I like the word meek. It reminds me of the card that we just pulled, the lion. Um, there's a biblical verse that says the meek will inherit the earth, right? And so a lot of people think that meek and mild and peaceful is weak. And I'm here to set the record straight that that is the exact opposite. That the meek people, the quiet people, the reserved people, the peaceful people are the badass soldiers and warriors of the planet. There's a lot of yap, 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 yap. We know the loud, obnoxious, over ego, over solar plexus people who are yapping, and they appear to be strong, but they are not. That is not strength. That is weakness. That is fear. That is a lot of other things. And so what I'm seeing with you is that your ability to walk away from things, your ability to just brush things off and feel like, oh, well, I'm not winning on this one. I'm here to tell you that you are winning, and that the law of karma, the universe, justice always wins and will always come around. And it usually does come around with the meek, because we don't have a lot of expectation, or we have created this peaceful place for it to happen. We're not resisting, we're not fighting, we're not filling things in with our own agendas. So you can expect a turnaround in a certain situation that I feel that you may have given up on. But yeah, justice is being served up on a platter for you there. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. You know what? I want to talk about that a little bit more with regards to my work. So that description that I just felt with Gina is like the definition of an empath. That knowing that you're just not inspired to fight. You're just not inspired to yell or scream or make a big scene in things. And the rest of the world may see that as weakness. And I know that that is a superpower, and it is strength, and it is a deep inner strength, like the strength card. It's a deep. How easy is it to be to just fly off the handle and to say everything that might pop into your mind without thinking of consequences or hurting people and all that other stuff. And so I have created, as you guys mostly know, a community called Enchanted Empath. And inside this community, we do a lot of empowering work. And on Thursday, this is free to members or at no additional cost to members, but I'm teaching Reiki. So I'm a Reiki master of, gosh darn, over 20 years. It's been a while. I love energy healing. I never felt really good about charging for it, because Reiki is energy, and energy is free, and it's accessible to everybody. And now in my community groups, I can teach whatever I want without having to charge extra and all these exorbitant fees for things that I think are natural to us. So check out my Enchanted Empath community. Today is the last day of my summer sale. I know I should have started it today, but I'm ending it today. My summer half off membership sale. So go check it out. And as a member, you get access to all this fun stuff. You get access to Thursday workshops. Every Thursday we do workshops. And the next 2 weeks workshops are going to be Reiki workshops, where you will be ready able, certified if you want to be, although it's not necessary, to practice Reiki on yourself, on your pets, or on other people. You can charge for it if you wanted to. You can incorporate it into your business. You can use this energy on yourself and on your pets. It's self-healing, and all healing, folks, all healing is self-healing. And so with Reiki, it just gives you the tools, the techniques to direct your energy to accelerate the healing process. It's amazing and it's very cool. So I invite you to check that out. Okay, so whilst I'm here, before I continue the scroll, got that. Okay, that's all I wanted to talk about on my end. So let's get back to the scroll and to the readings with you beautiful people. Okay. Teja Sweeney says, thank you so much. You're very welcome. Okay, I'm making magic wands right now for an event I'm hoping to get. I'm a clay artist. Oh, yes, I knew that. Okay, cool. So while Rosie's making her magic wands, you'll have to put a link in here, because I want to see where your magic wands are. And if they're for sale, share them with us and we can buy them. I want one. So when Nate finds me, this is another question from Rosie. Again, will I have a chance at least to date? When Nate? Okay, so will we have a chance to date? Okay, so is love in the air between Nate and Rosie? That's my interpretation of that question. It looks like you guys are more like sparring partners. So the 5 of Wands. And sparring partners, it's fun. This could be foreplay, really. That's when you're bumping ideas against each other. Don't go there. And having fun with thoughts and ideas and bumping things around. And I know that this is important for me. If I'm dating somebody, I have to have that mental stimulation and those passionate exchanges of different ideas and all that good stuff. So I see this happening, and I'm hoping it will happen over a date, but that part's not really super clear. Okay, but I do see him most definitely in your orbit. So I look forward to that. Okay, so Gina asks, will my friend Tom be able to forgive himself for past transgressions? Will he be able to forgive himself? Okay. There's some energy there, Gina. So let's all send Tom a cyber hug so that he can forgive himself. Because I do get that he is hard on himself. A lot of judgment there. Will he be able to forgive himself? Okay, that's probably one of the harder things for some people that I'm sensing. Let's see, Tom in the past. Okay, good. All right. I get this 3 of Cups with the energy of amazing women around him. Yes. So it is, and I was thinking that it's like men are kind of harder on themselves. Because, women, oh, that's so sexist and gender biased, but with the support of loving women, yes, he will. And I think it's easier and more natural for women to be able to bring this. It's just easier, we're innately nurturers and caregivers and whatnot. So surround him with that uplifting feminine energy so that he can raise his own energy and get his vibration up. Okay. Okay, so Caitlin Victoria asks, what's going to happen between me and the guy I like? Okay, let's look. Caitlin, and see what's going to happen between you and the guy you like. Okay. Caitlin, it looks like the 10 of Wands here, which is work. Work. I don't want work in a relationship. Hard work. Ugh. So hopefully this sparks something in you, and maybe that's what you want. Maybe you guys do want to work, but it looks like there's some work involved here. And the building and working, like I get Airbnb in my head right now. I don't know if that's you or somebody else. But this card reminds me that all work and no play makes people dull, right? So when you're in the midst of whatever project or work that you're doing, make sure that you look up and remember your bigger vision, your bigger purpose, okay? So it feels like a big last push, like a project work, okay? So hopefully that resonates. Let me know if it does, all right? And what that might be referenced to, because it's kind of eluding me. Okay, Jan says, so happy I got here. Yay, love you, Jan. I'm glad. And then Alexandra says, thank you. You're very welcome. Debbie asks, hey, Debbie, have gotten a lot of good news the last few days. Woo! Yes. Will this continue, or am I just in a good new bubble right now? Well, Debbie, just be in that good new bubble. Be in that good new bubble. Expand that good new bubble. But I'm going to pull some cards and see what happens. So that is a perfect illustration of waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? And we are the placebos of our life. So we are self-fulfilling prophecies. And enjoy the bubble, Debbie. Enjoy the bubble. That's my advice. And expand the bubble and see that bubble just expanding over all areas of your life, right? Because you know that you're okay. Let's just see what the cards have to say. Enjoy the ride, be in the present. Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups. And so the 8 of Cups does talk about needing to go on the other inner journey. And I'm feeling like everything comes in cycles. We all know that, right? So this bubble is definitely cyclical, but it'll come back. And you may have to go take a little time out to do some, self-healing, reflection. This is an emotional kind of situation. It has to do with, digging deeper into your emotional responses. So, gosh, I don't want to complicate the question, but it is complex, right? Because those good news bubbles are awesome and amazing. They are cyclical. Everything is temporary. However, when that bubble does seem to dissipate or get smaller or even be totally gone, it's okay, because now we have to gather more content to create a new reason for a new bubble. And so this is a part of the process. So instead of being in that observation of, oh, there's a bubble, we can know that we are creating those bubbles, and those bubbles are created and happening as a result of what's going on within us, and that everything is connected. So it's not something that is this external, wow, weird coincidence or abnormal kind of thing. It's a result of you created that bubble. You're bringing in that bubble. And then we're going to have an ebb and we're going to have a flow. It's natural rhythm of life. And then the bubble will dissipate. And then we'll create new questions and have new desires. And then a new bubble will come. And so we're constantly expanding and retracting and riding waves and going to shore. So nothing is going to stay forever. And here's what I really want to say is when that bubble does dissipate, it's so what? Next. It's not something to be mourning or feel a loss about, or what did I do to F that up? Nothing, absolutely nothing. This is the rhythm of life. And so we've got a good bubble now. Awesome. Celebrate that. And then we'll have maybe a desert period, and then we'll have another bubble. And we can increase the frequency just by being open and receptive to the constant transitions that are happening in our lives, right? So enjoy the bubble. Enjoy until the next one comes. Yay. Okay. Alrighty. I think I have done, let me look one more scroll, guys. And if I missed you, I am sorry about that. Okay. Looks like I think I got everybody. Rosie, you didn't put that link in there for your magic wands. I don't see it. Okay, guys, you're very welcome, everybody. Thanks for all the love you guys are sharing and showing. And if you want to, okay, Lynn, one more question. Will my business sell soon? Lynn, I haven't seen that one yet. Soon. Let's define soon. Let's put it in a 3-month situation, a 3-month bubble. So we have, what is this? June, July, August. So let's see if we sell it over the summer. Okay, so let's get more specific with that. Will it sell soon? Summertime. Well, it looks like this is a Chariot card, and that's a definite yes. I say you can speed up the process if you like to. Keep your eye on the prize. So this is the ultimate, I'm ready for what's next. So this is a really strong solar plexus. Look at the yellow. I've got my eye on the target. I am manifesting and I'm ready to pounce. I'm ready to go. So there's a confidence that's happening here and a readiness. So be on the ready. It's going to sell, and see it being done sooner if you want. Put that calendar up in your head and mark the calendar with a red pen on the day or the week that you would like to see it sell to accelerate the process, because you guys are powerful manifestors and creators. I want you to walk away with that today, if nothing else. And to get outside today, get underneath that magic of the sun, that solar plexus energy. Let it lighten you up. Let it spark your own energy, your solar plexus energy, your inner strength, your personal power. Feel that bubble up and know that this is a time for planting seeds and a time for you to be creating that garden for the next level, the next stage. What do you want? It's the best question you can ask yourself right now. What do I want? And then let yourself answer that question without the judgy filters. Just let it flow, let it go. Don't ask how can that happen. Just let your desires come out. Those are your seeds. Plant those seeds in the fertile ground that you have already cultivated. And I know you have, because you're here with me, right? There's no coincidence that we're here visiting and spending time together. So also, if you guys appreciate or you're picking up what I'm putting down, show me some love. Buy me a coffee over at buymeacoffee.com/enchanted empath. I love that. That is so cool. It's validation and feedback that what I'm doing is of service. So thanks again, guys, for being here. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your kindness. I can feel it through the computer. And I will see you guys back here next Tuesday. Hopefully I'll see you in my Reiki class on Thursday. Go check out Enchanted Empath. enchantedempath.com. And in the meantime, enjoy the sun, enjoy that magnificence, enjoy your inner brilliance. Take good care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and take good care of each other. Okay? Peace out, guys. I'll see you soon.